Before that, they were in Vermont. Scott and Helen were up in Harborside, Maine, who were resisting the draft, went up, and they lived with Scott and Helen. Prior to that, Helen, who was Helen Noth from birth, went to Austria to study violin. While she was there was a worldwide movement from the Theosophists. They had followed a star to India, and in a little village they found a little baby named Krishnamurti. And he was hailed as the reincarnation of the Buddha. Yeah. And Helen took care of his body while he astral traveled with the masters. And the Order of the Star was founded, this would have been about 1920-ish. Helen was about 16. So she left the violin and she joined the Order of the Star. Until one day, Krishnamurti addressed all his followers and said, "I'm not a god, I'm not here to save anybody," and he disbanded the Order of the Star. Helen went back to New York City. Scott, after getting kicked out of the University of Penn, was asked to be the leader of the American Communist Party. If any of you ever saw the movie Reds, Warren Beatty, it was about James Reed, the journalist who wrote about the Bolshevik Revolution. At the beginning of the movie, Scott Nearing is one of the witnesses. Scott turned down the American Communist Party because he only believed in world communism. So the American Communist Party kind of kicked him out of the American Communist Party. He had been kicked out of the Wharton School, and he met Helen at a party, a little bohemian place in the West Village, and he told, great economist that he was, he said, everything's going to hell in a handbasket. This is just before the Depression. He said, let's get out, let's homestead, let's get out of this crazy system, let's escape all this fascism, all this stuff that's happening. And Scott did a very deep drive into sustainability. He went back to the ancient Greeks, the Romans, agriculture, and looked at what were sustainable cultures. And he and Helen designed a life. They tried to do 4 hours a day for subsistence, 4 hours a day for their art, and 4 hours a day for their community. And Scott was banned from publishing. They got this published finally in 1989. He wrote about 50 books. The book on his life is called The Making of a Radical, his autobiography. And so he did a lot of publishing. Helen continued to play. They were like pillars of their community. And people from all around the world would would find out where Scott was and write to him and Helen, like my friend Tom did. And we went up and we met them. And the spirit there was amazing. It was the food, the energy, the community, and as people have alluded to tonight, it feels amazing to me to have that rekindled. I haven't had that feeling in such a long time. So thank all of you for everything. So I wrote a poem this morning. I don't know if it was Loudon and Gould who inspired me, a premonition, but I will get into the poem. I was going to riff on some facts first, though.
Oh.
I mean, a lot of facts in Rick Denzien's song about the decimation of our planet. I mean, things that Josh has talked about with Sharon in her book and her work. And I can't seem to face up to the facts.
Oh. Tense.
I'm tense and I'm nervous.
Can't relax.
I can't relax. I can't sleep. My bed's on fire. Don't touch me. I'm a real life wire. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Run, 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 run away. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? You started a conversation, you can't even finish it. You're talking long. You're not saying anything. I have nothing to say. My lips are sealed. Say something once.
Why say it again?
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Run, 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 run away. Leave
hey, hey.